Yes, everyone, the Europa League is back, which I am super excited for because today I will attempt to do the impossible because in today's video, I'll try to predict the rest of this Europa League season. Meaning, I'll try to predict all 4 quarterfinals coming up, the 2 semi-finals, along with the final itself of this season's Europa League. It's not going to be easy, it's either going to work out really well or not work out at all, but I am super excited because there are some incredible games coming up. Because starting off with the 4 quarterfinals, I'll have to predict. First of all, we've got Dynamo Zagreb versus Villarreal. Next up, Arsenal versus Slavia Prague. Third quarterfinal will be Granada versus Manchester United, which can I just say, as a Manchester United fan, I'm going to be extremely annoyed, Manchester United, if you don't reach the semi-final, no, the final of the season's Europa League. Look, if you don't do it, I'm scrapping this YouTube channel, moving to Alaska, and I'm going to start an ice fishing YouTube channel. Don't push me, don't test me, but the final quarterfinal that I'll try to predict before trying to predict semi-finals will be Ajax versus Roma. It's going to be super competitive, but you know what? I'm kind of excited. So you know what? Predicting the rest of this Champions League or this Europa League season is going to be very risky. But you know what? If you guys think I can do it, please hit the like button down below along with that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, I'm going to need all the support I can get before starting my ice fishing channel. Now, as I said, the first quarterfinal that I'll try to predict is going to be Dynamo Zagreb versus Villarreal. And I'm not going to lie, I really want Zagreb to get through to the next stage, but I don't think it's going to happen. I am going to predict that Villarreal is going to go through. Look, I'm not going to lie between my predictions. I genuinely went back and forth between who I thought would go through to the semi-finals. I think Villarreal, although 6th place on the La Liga table, they've been very consistent throughout the season. Attack-wise, they are looking good. They're working very well as a team. And defensively, they have not been shaky, in my opinion. Where if you look at the likes of Zagreb, they have also been fantastic. I wouldn't cross them out of this whatsoever. I mean, in terms of their league, I mean, look, they're top of the league, but I don't know if that's something to brag about in the Croatian league, because in the last 5 seasons, they've won the last 14. It's kind of the norm. It's like congratulating someone for using their toothbrush to brush their teeth instead of their eyebrows. I mean, it's kind of the norm. You kind of expect it. Which, by the way, if you want to know how I get my eyebrows to look like this, I might have a fun tip for you guys at the end of the video.
Colgate Winter Fresh Gel.
But on the other hand, I can really see Zagreb getting this win because obviously in the previous stage, they beat Tottenham Hotspurs, which, yes, London clubs this season, They've bottled their games is the nice way to put it all. And West Ham United somehow is the best London team this season, which I'm not even going to get into that. Which, if you wanted me to get into that, I have done a video about that, which I'll link in the eye thingy up above. But looking at it, Zagreb versus Villarreal, it's going to be super tough. Obviously, Zagreb have a beautiful attacking intensity. We saw that versus Spurs. I think Orsic looked absolutely amazing. He had a world-class quality about him, and he's had that quality for 2-3 years. But do I think it's enough to beat Villarreal? Unfortunately not. I think Villarreal are looking very, very good as a team in general. And if they stay consistent like they have been throughout the season, I do think that they will pick up the win. And that is my first semi-final done. Getting into my second semi-final, it is going to be Slavia Prague versus Arsenal. Now, once again, same as the previous one, I kind of want the underdogs to go through. I really want Slavia Prague to make it through to the next stage. Obviously, they are at the top of the Czech Republic League. We're looking at Arsenal. They are a mid-table team this season, and they have been for the last 2 seasons. 10th place on the table. Do I think that they will make it through? Look, unfortunately, no, I'm not even going to play this off. Yes, I think Prague will beat Arsenal. I think that's what is going to happen. That's going to be my first big prediction of this video. I think looking at Slavia Prague, even without the likes of Sufal and Suchek, they have been brilliant throughout the season. Look, they beat both Rangers and Leicester City in the Europa League. If they can do that, they can beat Arsenal. I think Arsenal have had their moments this season. Obviously, their win versus Tottenham Hotspurs was pretty impressive. But as a whole, we have to admit that Arsenal has not looked impressive. They have their moments, but will they do it? Will they go through to the semi-finals? Unfortunately, I don't think so. I think defensively, still way too weak. Attacking-wise, still not there. They've got a very promising team, but not promising enough. The third and second last quarterfinal I'll be predicting before I start to predict the semi-finals will be Granada versus Manchester United. And look, my prediction is going to be Manchester United because you would really hope so. Manchester United, once again, is the kind of team that can beat Manchester City, that can beat AC Milan, but then will lose points to Crystal Palace. I don't know, we're a weird team overall, a very inconsistent team, but Manchester United should be able to beat Granada. Look, Granada are here for a reason. They have performed really, really well in terms of La Liga, though. They haven't performed that well. They are currently mid-table, but attacking-wise, they have had some very good performances. And once again, just like Villarreal from La Liga, they've performed really well as a team. But Manchester United's quality overall should be able to carry them through. Look, Manchester United, I would catch a grenade for you. You better at least beat a Granada for me. But saying that, to get to this point, Granada have beat Real Sociedad and Napoli. Those are two very top teams, so it is not going to be easy. But you know what? I think the first leg, look, I'm not going to predict all the legs for all these games, because otherwise it goes on for too long. But I do think Granada have the potential to draw 0-0 in the first game, but I do think Manchester United will take it in the second leg. The fourth and final quarterfinal predictions I have for you guys before I get into my semi-final predictions will be Ajax versus Roma, which I genuinely feel like this is going to be the most exciting of these quarterfinals to watch, because both these teams really have potential to win the competition overall. It's a very tricky prediction to make, but I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go for Ajax on this one. Look, I thought Ajax, their goalkeeper Onana being banned from football for a year, I thought that would really kick them down, but you know what? They are dominating the Eredivisie once again. They are not looking bad, although they were kicked out of the Champions League. In the Europa League, they were able to beat Lille, who at the time were top of League 1. Ajax really still have potential to win this competition overall. Look, I mean, Ajax has always been that kind of club who gets rid of their best players like every single season. I mean, I'm surprised we didn't see a few of them stuck in the Suez Canal a week or two ago. But looking at Ajax, I think the addition of Sebastian Haller up front has been really, really good for them. I think Tadic has been absolutely brilliant. I genuinely think outside of the top 5 leagues in the world, Tadic might be the best player in the world. That's genuinely how I feel. I think this Ajax team is very, very strong. I do think Roma do stand a chance, but at the moment, they're not performing well in the Serie A. In the beginning of the season, they looked deadly. Last season, they looked super strong, but they've had a bunch of really bad performances as of late. They've dropped a lot of points attacking-wise. They don't seem to be there anymore. And when they do really well on the attack, defensively, they are not there. So you know what? Because of the inconsistencies at Roma, I think Ajax are going to take this. Okay, so that is all 4 of my quarterfinal predictions done, which does mean, according to my predictions, the 2 semi-finals will be Slavia Prague versus Villarreal and Manchester United versus Ajax. 2 top games that I would be super excited to watch, which obviously, before I get into my semi-final predictions, let me know in the comment section down below if you've disagreed with any of my predictions so far, along with what you think your predictions for that game would be. But first semi-final I'll talk about is Villarreal versus Slavia Prague, and I feel like either of these 2 teams could make it. Obviously, Slavia Prague have shown that they can beat top teams in the Europa League. They've beaten, as I said, Leicester City, Rangers, and if they get to this stage, does mean that they have beaten Arsenal. Therefore, they really have the potential to beat Villarreal. But you know what? I'm going to give Villarreal the win on this one. Look, I feel like I almost want Prague to make it through, but I feel like Villarreal, I know the team better, I know the individuals in the team better, and I feel like they have what it takes. They've got some top players that play regular international football. Look, their only problem so far in the Liga this season is they've drawn way too many games. I mean, with the amount of draws that they've had, I mean, you expect them to draw blood, which, don't tell Luis Suarez about that. I heard he's quite thirsty this time of year. But jokes aside, as good as Slavia Prague does look, as I said, I just know Villarreal better as a team. I know the individuals better as a team. They've got some fantastic players from defense to midfield to attack. I feel like Villarreal should be able to do it, meaning Villarreal should be the first team to make it into the final of this Europa League season. The second semi-final, before I get into my final predictions for this whole competition in general, is going to be Manchester United versus Ajax. Now, obviously, these 2 teams have faced off on many occasions, and it is always a very good watch. Now, obviously, I know Sebastian Haller up front often plays really well versus Manchester United. Tadic obviously has been superb. Daley Blind, former Manchester United player, he's always really performed super well versus Manchester United. I feel like this is not going to be an easy win for Manchester United if they end up getting the win. And you know what? I think that Manchester United will. I mean, can I ask you a question? can we please win a trophy, Manchester United? That's all I'm asking for. I think Manchester United have potential to beat this Ajax team. I mean, you'd really hope so with the amount of players in the team, the amount of quality in the team, even a rotated team. But you know what? Ajax looking super strong this season. I don't think it'll be easy for Manchester United. As I said, Manchester United in general is very tricky to predict. We can beat Manchester City, but we'll almost lose points to Brighton. That's the kind of team we are. So you know what? It depends on the team on the day, but I do feel like Manchester United will go to the finals of the season's Europa League. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, according to my predictions, this season's final of the Europa League will be between Villarreal and Manchester United. Now, I'm going to try not to be too biased with my predictions for this one, but I do think Manchester United should win it. Now, obviously, jokes aside, who do I genuinely think can win the Europa League this season? Well, to be honest, all of these teams that I have mentioned, I do feel like can win the Europa League this season. But you know what? I am genuinely going to go for Manchester United, and I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. I know what this Manchester United team is capable of. I think Villarreal is very, very good. As I keep on saying, they've got experience absolutely all over the pitch, and they really know how to do the job. But Manchester United, they can't lose 2 seasons in a row to a Spanish team in the Europa League. I really cannot have that. And I think Manchester United will win the Europa League this season because they've lost their last 113 quarterfinals in a row at this point. But I feel like they know that this job needs to be done. They're second on the Premier League. They need a trophy, and this is their last chance of it. Therefore, I do know that Manchester United will give it absolutely everything they have. And I know in terms of their attacking ability and defensively in the Europa League, we have not looked too bad overall. The defense that we play in the Europa League is super, super strong. And I feel like Manchester United should be able to do the job versus Villarreal, which, yes, does mean Manchester United is going to be Europa League winners this season. Which, of course, guys, that will be the end of today's video. If you have enjoyed it overall and you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe for future content along with hitting that like button down below. It's a very risky prediction video I've made. Obviously, quarterfinal, semi-final, and final. Look, I could get all 4 quarterfinals wrong and then the rest of this video is irrelevant. But you know what? I had fun making it. And once again, if you had fun watching it, make sure to show your support for the channel. But guys, this has been fun. FY, double him. Manchester United, please win something.
Maximum fluoride protection in a great tasting gel.